Ridgeside K9, quick early morning Model 3 Tesla review with the current gas prices, the trip we're taking, the work we're doing, how we use this vehicle for a work vehicle, etc. Got a bunch of boxes just got delivered in the back, little Lorex camera systems. But anyway, check trip A, guys, zeroed out. 000. Sorry for the sun glare. Oh, I do apologize. Overall distance in this vehicle, 31,000 miles, and we're averaging on a 31,000 mile odometer 277 watt miles. So that's actually pretty good. If you compare this to my Model S, not that I drive the Plaid super efficiently, but even when I do on a road trip, the best I get is like 350 to 360 watts per mile, something like that. Whatever the hell that means, I don't know. I'm not an electrical engineer, but I do know, real talk, the Model 3, Model Y, more efficient than the Model S. In my opinion, it's just a heavier vehicle, bigger tires, bigger wheels. That probably chews up the efficiency, I guess. I don't know, but let's see how the day goes. Tesla Model 3, this specific vehicle, let's just take a look because everybody likes to know exactly what they're looking at, blah, blah, blah. So let's just see here. This is a Model 3 long range dual motor. So again, Model 3, that was kind of quick. Hold on, I thought I saw a car coming. Model 3 long range dual motor, 31,000 miles, okay? So again, Model 3, long range, dual motor, 31,000 miles on it, 2018. It takes me 8 miles of dirt road every day to get from my little homestead back out to the hardball. So how's the Model 3 on mud, loose dirt, snow, unpaved, unmaintained roadways? It's a beast. Your only limitation is ground clearance, right? So that's the truth. Obviously, it's not, an off-road Jeep Wrangler, but this car does have some pretty aggressive all-weather, all-terrain tires on it, all-wheel drive, and it's heavy as hell. So because of those three things, all-wheel drive, very heavy, really good aggressive tires, this thing is a beast in the snow, a beast on the dirt, a beast. You can go through these pastures all day and never get stuck in a Tesla Model 3. Your only limitation is ground clearance. So ruts, off-road, big jumps, big bumps, yeah, that's pretty stupid. You'll bang the car up and or get stuck. But if it's just wet, slushy, no traction, etc., this thing's a beast. All right, guys, again, I apologize for the glare. We just got off the hardball, or off the dirt onto the hardball. We've traveled 8 miles. We're averaging 234 watts per mile. So that's pretty good, especially going over all that mud and dirt, ups and downs, etc. And now we are on the hardball. We have autopilot engaged. Yes, I keep my hand on the wheel. Nobody crucified me like they have in the past. And yeah, it's all good. So we're gonna shift lanes here real quick. This person's going just a little bit slow. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, we got about 70 miles to go and then we'll review some more data. All right, guys, the first leg of this trip is complete. We're at 36 miles. We're averaging 226 wheel mile watt. I don't know, but 226 is actually really good. So we're sitting here. I got a trainer next to me. We're getting ready to go do a follow-up on a dog. Again, I use this vehicle as a business platform. We'll do this follow-up. We'll get it back in the wind. We'll do a follow-up at about 100 miles in, and we'll see where we're at. Typical day going around Northern Virginia. All right, guys, little update. We left that follow-up. I am now 57 miles into my trip, still averaging about 252 watt miles. So that went up just a little bit, but that's because I've been driving kind of fast coming back up through here, right? I got to get here. So quick turn off, grab some coffee. We got about 20 more miles to go back to where we started. And then we got to go about 30 miles to Winchester. So right now we went from Bluemont to way south Ashburn, pretty much by South Riding. Now we're back in Purcellville and we're gonna get some coffee. And then from Purcellville, we're going to Winchester. And then in Winchester to be a real tell. But so again, this is more driving already at 57 miles than the average person does in a day, but in the DC metro area, people do commute far. So I really want to give you guys a good show for what we're at. Again, we're looking at trip A, right? So not doing too bad. Now for a Tesla, you never want to rely totally on the mile counter. There we go. This is saying I have 138 miles until I'm empty. Most people that drive a Tesla for a while want to see their percentage, just like I do. And I have just under 50% left. Now again, I started with, what was it, 77%. So I didn't start on a full battery, my Lord. I've only used 27% and I've been basically driving at 75 miles an hour on average through Northern Virginia. Radio on, air conditioning on. I'm not trying to get super high, amazing economy right now. I'm just driving like I would normally drive on a normal day so you guys can really see what's going on. One thing to always think about in an electric vehicle. I'm sitting in a wait line right now to get some coffee. Gas or ICE vehicles, while they're sitting here idling, are consuming fuel. Electric vehicle, while sitting here idling, is using almost no energy. You're not wasting your battery outside of like, the screen being on. Literally nothing else in the car is on right now. The climate control is actually off because it's pretty comfortable outside. There's no radio on. I got the windows cracked for fresh air. I'm just sitting here. So the only energy really being consumed is the screen and my running lights. That's it. I mean, a Tesla at 49% could sit like this for probably 5 weeks. Maybe not 5 weeks, but pretty damn close to it. So anyway, now we're using just a little bit of energy, and all I do is kind of let off the gas and just super slow roll. If we watch the screen, which is right, so we watch our energy consumption bar. When you're slow rolling like this, it doesn't even really register. It doesn't even show you using really any energy at all. So that's a good thing. While I'm driving, I always try to use regenerative braking aggressively over everything else. I rarely even use the brakes in this car whatsoever. So that is definitely it to an electric car over an ICE car. I know people are going to write in the comments, what's an ICE car? Internal combustion engine car is that when you're idling or heavy traffic, you don't use hardly any energy. It just waits until you go forward. So definitely a benefit. All right, guys, so little impromptu test. We're coming to the top of the mountain on Route 7, crossing from Loudoun County into Clark County. It's about to be about 3 or 4 miles of downhill mountain. So we're gonna shift over here behind this Kia Forte, and we're gonna lock in cruise control at the speed limit. Oh, how do I do this? There we go. All right. So I normally drive my Model S, not this car. That's okay. I'm gonna turn on autopilot. I'm gonna keep a hand on the wheel because I know all you social justice warriors give me a bunch of crap when I take my hands off the wheel. It's okay. As long as that green line's going to the left, we are making power. So we started this at 44% energy. What's our miles at? 67. And we're just gonna coast right now, basically forcing regenerative braking as we go down these steep hills. And we're gonna see if one, we can put some power back in the battery, or two, if we can just basically maintain 44% while we cross all these upcoming miles. We'll see how it plays out. Slight little uphill, and you can see obviously the green line went away, white line came back. White line means you're consuming power, green line means you're making power. So obviously as the road starts to flatten out, white line gets super small. As soon as we start to go downhill, green light comes back on, and now we're making power through regenerative braking. So again, this little section of this little mountain area is like up, down, up, down, up, down, and then it's gonna be all down for a while. So let's see how it goes. So again, we've gone now 2 miles from when we started, and we have not lost any battery percentage yet. So I know, touch the wheel. All right. And now from here on out, you can see the truck signs coming up there, the warnings. It's gonna be pretty steep for pretty good ways. Of course, these trucks are so little to no safety and due regard for caution. That's okay. And now we're back to the green line and we're cooking. And again, we have not dropped below 44%. Yep, that truck right there went over. I think the wind hit him on that one. That was pretty bad. And let's see how we finish up down here. This will be interesting. Cross 3 miles and use no energy. That's the goal. Let's see. And there we go, guys. We got 3 miles. We got 44%. So again, trip A, we started at 67. It's now 70. We've used no energy. Now we're going to start going a little bit back uphill, but we'll be able to really get a good feel for this when we're down. Looks like a little Model 3 Performance passing me right there. Looks good, but don't show off because I actually own a Plaid. I'm just not driving it right now, baby. But that black on black does look sharp. And now, guys, because I do have to get to work here. That is for real. So I might be the boss, but I got a lot of work to do. So I bumped it back up to 70 miles an hour, and we're gonna basically stay right there. I'm gonna fall in behind this other Tesla, and we've got to make some time. Again, this was not a trip where I'm trying to get the best economy out of the battery. I just wanted to show you if we're going downhill, you can regenerate a lot of power. But right now, we got to get to work. All right, guys, another stop of the day. We just unloaded some boxes. We got to the shop. Shop's rocking, guys. Yee. But got some other small boxes in here. So again, we use this vehicle as a business platform. This is our bang around in and out of the city, loaded full of cargo, loaded full of dogs. Abuse it, but it never lets us down. All right, guys, before we park this up, we got little Miss Precious right here. Crazy name, right? Riding with Miss Tabby, our manager for Ridgeside K9 or Winchester. Anyway, Precious is available for adoption right now. You can put that up when she comes up. Precious is available for adoption right now. She's being housed at the Warren County Humane Society.
Yes.
Warren County Humane Society, where she's at, available for adoption. Tabby's running her back right now, always above and beyond. Super cool. All right, guys, so this is all part of the Tesla journey, man. We are outside of Martin Shopping Center. My shop, the building that I own, is right there. You can kind of see it right about there. So about 40 yards down the road. And there's 2 Volta chargers here. So what I do is I drive it. I charge it on the Volta. The Volta is 100% free. Doesn't cost me a penny. Charges the car right back up. I literally, in this specific Tesla, almost never pay anything. So first half of my day, my trip, to get here from the house was 84 miles. I started with 77% energy. I got here with 43% energy remaining. Again, most of you do not drive 84 miles in one day by any means at all. And basically, if I had a full charge at 100%, this would be 68% remaining right now, which is just something to always think about. So we're going to get plugged in. We're going to let it sit. I'm going to show you before I leave where we're at. And yes, the end of the day, it's reality. I rarely pay for electricity in this vehicle at all. Okay, guys, and just to show you, these Volta chargers are slow chargers, which is actually much better for your battery than a supercharger. This specific car almost never goes to a supercharger. So on the Volta charger, it's kind of like charging on a Tesla charging Powerwall at your house. It'll give you 8 kilowatts an hour, 39 amps, 201 volts. From where we are right now, it'll take about 4 hours to go from 43 to 85%. And based on the time of day right now being 2:30, I will be here until about 6:30. So when I leave tonight, this will be at a 100% state of charge. Now, not 100%, but it'll be maxed out at 85. I don't let it go above 85% because I don't ever need any more than that on a normal day. If I was going on a road trip, obviously something different. Plugs in right there. You can see my rear view, help you out a little bit. Simply plugs in. Basic Volta setup right there. And all you need is your little adapter for the Volta. This is just another good way. Now, common sense, guys, nobody ever parks here. I park here every day, and that space is in front of me is open 99% of the time. If I see another EV come and then an EV park somewhere close, I'll come out and move the car to give them an opportunity to charge. But nobody ever uses these. The reason, they're slow. So if you're just coming to the store to get groceries for 30 minutes, I mean, it's not going to give you anything but like 1, 2, maybe 3% of energy. A little bit more than that, about 5% maybe. But for most people, it's just not worth it. So for me, it is, because I sit here for a couple hours and we'll let this bad boy keep rocking and rolling. All right, so I couldn't let it sit the whole time. I've got to leave. So I didn't get the full charge. However, for free, just sitting here at work, I went from 40% up to 60%. And now we're getting ready to roll. This is just one of those things where when you're in a Tesla, if you have free chargers around you, you'd be shocked how many free or what they call our destination chargers. There's a lot. And again, this is not a Tesla charger, right? These are UV or EV charge. Why did I say UV? EV chargers. So any EV, typically the ones you see sitting here besides Teslas are, Nissan Leafs, the new Ford Mustang electric. You see a ton of plug-in hybrids parked right here. Very rarely. There's almost nobody parked here, but when they are, those are the cars that are parked here. So that's what the Voltas are actually designed to service. But obviously Tesla gives it these nice little adapters so we can use everybody else's chargers, but you can't use ours. Anyway, but the cool part, man, with those slow chargers, it's good for your battery. It doesn't wear the battery down. It does a really good job at maintaining the battery. You're not doing a lot of wear and tear by dumping, 150 or 250 kilowatts into your car at one time. You're dumping 8. So it's easier on the battery. Trickle charge it up 4 or 5 hours. It doesn't matter. I'm here anyway. I don't care.
Right onto Gateway Drive.
Cancel that, old girl. We're going to load up. We still got to go drive quite a bit. And we'll continue to document a normal day in the life of a Model 3 at a zero cost of propulsion. I guess we'll say that, right? It costs me nothing to propulse or move the car forward. All right, guys, we are home after a long day. Just parked the car at the house. Big man jumped in, old Rocky. Oh, say my name is Rocky Topper. I'm a Dutch Shepherd from Highland. Big man, I miss him during the day. Farm dog. Anyway, let's take a look at the damage. All in all, today we have driven 108 miles, and 108 miles chewed up a combined 23 kilowatts of power at an average 258 wheel watt mile. I don't know what that damn symbol is. Somebody correct me on that on YouTube. So we left the house at 77%, drove 108 miles, charged 2 hours for free while I was at the office on a Volta charger. Where we're gonna plug in to our outlet if I needed to. Actually, don't need to. I'm just going to Winchester tomorrow, so I'm not gonna plug in at all. We're gonna take all the free power today, and tomorrow when I get back to the shop, we're gonna plug back in for free, and we're just gonna keep this car running at 100%, zero cost to me for fuel. Ridgeside K9. So how is it living with the Tesla out here, man? So we have a, I don't know, we have a decent farm, and we have a couple Teslas, right? So we do have this Model 3. We also have a brand new Plaid right there. And we have a carport over there with some Tesla chargers in it, whatever. But we rarely use them. They normally park right here, just right out in the open. Other cars are parked back there behind the house. And it's too easy, man. So this Plaid right now, because it's not going to drive for 2 days, is charging off a 110 outlet. People ask about this all the time, and I'll show you. So let me flip this around real quick. I don't want to trip. Got dogs and rocks and stairs and stuff around me. But just because everybody always asks this, so I want to show you, because again, seeing is, you know, believing, and everybody forgets that you can charge a Tesla a lot of different ways. Okay, we got some lights coming on. So here, that car is charging right here off this 110 outlet. So simple, 110, and all it's doing is just topping off the old Plaid right here. Nothing to it, nothing complicated, and it's just trickling it. So the Plaid's somewhere right about 50% right there, and it's hanging. And the old Model 3, the workhorse, the battle wagon, it's right there waiting its turn. Super simple.